So, you want to get into GregTech. There are various different mod packs that use GregTech, so I decided to make this video to make it easier for beginners to get into GregTech. GregTech is a mod that completely overhauls Minecraft to be more realistic. The goal of GregTech is to create a large factory in which you produce every single material in the game and progressively become more powerful by unlocking better materials and producing more energy. Starting in the Stone Age, you will barely be able to survive until you get your first steam machines and eventually reach electricity. GregTech's huge tech tree has 9 or 15, depending on the version, tiers of electricity, with each of them getting harder and more complex. There are two major versions of GregTech: GregTech Community Unofficial, which is on 1.12.2, and GregTech 5 Unofficial, which is on 1.7.10. On 1.12.2, there are two important GregTech mod packs, the GregTech Community Pack and Nami Factory. GregTech Community Pack is a pack for people that are new to GregTech and want to try it out for the first time. The guide explains everything in detail so that you can easily follow along. It only contains a few important mods like GregTech and Applied Energistics 2 for automation. Nami Factory is a tech mod pack focused on automating large-scale factories. It doesn't contain any magic mods or mobs, and it can be played on peaceful if you want. Nami Factory skips the Steam Age so you can get into the Electric Age as soon as you start playing. It will quickly gain access to resource generation methods like deep mob learning for infinite diamond/basic resources, and Applied Energistics 2. On 1.7.10, there are also two major GregTech mod packs, those being GregTech New Horizons and GregTech Impact. GregTech New Horizons has been custom built to provide the hardest and most painful GregTech experience possible. It has a ton of tech and magic mods that are all integrated into the GregTech progression. The early game is incredibly painful, with multiple machines taking 4 to 6 hours to get at the start. It also has infernal mobs and special mobs that can kill you in one hit as soon as you start playing. However, the quest book is really good, and if you ever get stuck, there is usually an alternative way to get most items. Impact GregTech is a Russian GregTech 1.7.10 pack. It is much easier than GregTech New Horizons, and it also has no magic mods or unfair mobs. Impact can also be played on peaceful mode. Sadly, the authors did not write a guidebook because they think that the pack is only played by GregTech experts. I still think it's good though. There is also GregTech 6. This version of GregTech is the one that is still being maintained by Gregorius T. But the gameplay of GregTech 6 is quite different from the other versions of GregTech, so it isn't recommended for new players.